Hello dear friends, I am Smita. Today we are again continuing with our My Favorite Game series. In this video, I want to show you one of my favorite games played between Alexander McDonald versus Miss Charles Mehrdalaev. So, McDonald was white and Charles was black. So, the game was played in London in 1834 and the opening was King's Gambit, and it is maybe a rare case in those days that black is winning against the King's Gambit. So, and actually that's what happened in the game. Black won against the King's Gambit, as the opening King's Gambit is really very sharp if the gambit is accepted. So, however, McDonald opens with e4 and Charles opens with e5, and here comes the move. There is a 4, and Charles accepts the gambit. That is queen to 4. Again, an amazing thought by Charles that in those days, as I said before, it is very rare that black can win against the King's Gambit, but black in this position accepts the gambit, and as I said before, the gambit is very sharp. So here comes the general move, that is bishop c4, but nowadays everyone knows that the best move is knight f3 in order to prevent queen h4 check. So however, bishop c4 in those days was the best move, and here comes the move, that is queen h4 check, and now king f1. So after the move king f1, in this position, here Charles goes for an immediate attack, that is g5. Instead of the move g5, and the normal move was the knight f6, threatening the e4 pawn and also developing his pieces. But Charles wanted to go for an immediate attack on the king's side. So McDonald went for knight c3, even he develops his pieces, and now bishop g7. So maybe Charles' idea was to play bishop g7 after the move g5 in order to place his bishop on a really great diagonal, or that is h8 a1 diagonal. So however, in this position, McDonald plays the move, that is d4. He's trying to block the diagonal of the dark squared bishop. But after the move d4, knight c6, obviously the d4 pawn is weak and there is no one to defend. Bishop e3 is not possible. Your bishop is getting captured by playing f into e3. So that's why e5 is the first move. The move, that is knight c6, looks like that it is a tempo losing move, and okay, instead of knight c6, some of you might thought the move, that is knight e7, which is also a possible move, but there was an idea behind the move, that is knight c6. So let's check out what was the idea. Actually, d5 was not played in the game, e5 was played in the game, but well, let's see what happens after d5 attacking the knight. So obviously here comes the move, that is knight e5, and now the knight is in the center, threatening the bishop on c4. So actually, what was Black's plan? And then the black's plan is that to provoke the move that is d5 and play. Then after the move d5, black can go for knight e5, controlling the center and also attacking the c4 bishop. So that was black's plan. So that's why instead of going d5, which is a general move, but many of the players will miss, there is knight e5. So that's why seeing that move, there is knight e5, McDonald immediately goes for e5. And after the move e5, here comes, there is knight g e7. And obviously black is trying to develop his pieces, but there is another plan for black. Now, okay, actually in this position there are two plans for black. The first plan is that to play knight f5 and then threaten the d4 pawn by the knight on f5 and also the knight on c6. And the second plan in this position is that to play d5. I mean, not immediately. Black is giving up his pawn on d5. So he can play, let's say, like knight a5. If the bishop moves, then you can go for d5. However, after knight g7, knight f3 was played in the game, threatening the queen on h4 and also developing his own pieces. Queen h5, pinning the knight on f3 so that the knight cannot threat, let's say, like d5. I mean, in the later on, white can have some chances if black don't pin the knight on f3. So after queen h5, and here comes the move that is knight e4. The idea of knight e4 is obviously to play the move that is knight c5, and another idea can be to threaten the g5 pawn, but not immediately because the knight on f3 is not pinned. So that's why queen h5 move was vital for black. Although the g5 pawn can be defended by playing the move that is knight h6, and that's what happened in the game. And now white went for knight f6 check. The move knight f6 check looks somewhat spooky, but it is not, because the move actually looks like that black is going to lose his castling or many other things. And bishop f6 force move, because just a minute, if you move the king f8 and the king on f8, and obviously you don't want to lose your castling. So that's why bishop f6, and now in f6, threatening the cell knight. And it is the move looks like that moving the knight is forced, or else you are losing your knight. But in this position, black has two choices. That is either move your knight or else play some counterplay in this position. So here comes the main question for black. So in this position, I would like to request you find the best move for black and choose the correct one. Will you move your knight, or else will you go for some counterplay? So congratulations to those who chose for the counterplay, and the counterplay is the correct one, and also it is the first one, because if you move your knight, then it would be a terrible mistake because of bishop into f7 check, a nice little tactic by white after the move that is king into f7, and here comes this cover check after knight e5. Knight into e5, and as you see, your queen is lost. So sometimes pin can be, if you are under a pin, that can be also removed by some discovered threads. So In this portion, d5 is the best move. Okay, if you choose the counter play in this position, then you must choose what kind of counter play will you choose. Knight a5, the one counter play is the knight a5, threatening the hanging bishop on c4, and another way to threaten the hanging bishop to play the move that is d5. So the better one is to play, here d5, and the obvious one, because your bishop on c8 can now simply go on g4, threatening the f3 knight. I mean, you can also save them. So, and also another important thing that obviously you are attacking the hanging bishop on c4. So after d5, bishop d3, obviously you must move your bishop, and now here comes another question for black. Okay, the question is that black has made some counterplay in this position, but what happens when after the d5 black was attacking the c4 bishop, and the bishop has moved on d3, and now what happens? The bishop has already moved. Now the bishop is defended. No other pieces are hanging except the f6 pawn, but the f6 pawn is itself attacking the knight on e7. Just a minute. Okay. After bishop d3, there is no other pieces for white which you can attack. You can say about the d4 pawn, but the knight on e7 is under attack. You must take care about that. So however, after bishop d3, knight f5 was played in the game, and now the question has been answered that you must move your knight. You cannot give away your knight, so that's why knight f5, the forced move. But back then before, black cannot move his knight, but after d5, bishop d3, and now knight f5. Okay, and now knight f5, and now black has already moved this knight. So there are any dangers for black in this position? The answer is no, because now black has the advantage in this position, as obviously he is a pawn up, and also his king is completely defended. Okay. Just before d5, we have saw that if you move your knight in this position, then okay, let's align it g6. If you move your knight from e7, then bishop f7, king f7. Now knight e5 check. Your queen is lost. But after the d5, bishop d3, knight f5, and now white can no more give any kind of threat, that is bishop f7. So that was the magic of d5. The d5 pawn was deflected the light square bishop, and now the knight can simply go on f5. So after the move knight f5, queen e1 check, and king d8, obviously your king was under a check. Knight e5, and now knight f into d4. The pawn at d4 was hanging. And here comes the move that is c3, threatening the d4 knight. And here comes another question for black. Will he move his knight, or again he will go for a counterplay? So the answer in this question is that first you can create a trade the pieces because black is a pawn up. So knight into e5, queen into e5. Actually, the move knight into e5 was played in the game, but black is actually giving his advantage. Better was to play the move that is bishop h3, sacrificing your pieces. The move bishop h3 is really a cool one because after the move that is bishop h3, first of all, the knight on d4 is under attack by the pawn on c3 and just a minute. Your knight on d4 is under attack by the pawn on c3, and secondly, the bishop on h3 is attacked by the pawn on g2. That looks amazing, but after the move bishop h3, first we'll check out some lines, what happens after g into h3 and c into d4. First, let's look at the variation of c into d4. And after the move c into d4, here comes knight into e5. If queen into e5, there is nothing to worry for black after the move. That is queen f3 check. And here comes a simple winning for black. Because if you play the move that is king g1, obviously you are mated on g2, and let's say you go on e1 and obviously rook e8. And now there is a skewer on the queen and the king. So that's why the c into d4 doesn't work. Okay, just a minute. Let's select g into h3. After g into h3, again knight into e4 is ready to play, and now queen into e5. Queen f3 check, and now there is a family attack. The king on f1 is under attack, the bishop on d3 is under attack, and also the rook on h1 is under attack. So king g1, and after the move king g1, and don't immediately go for the move that is queen into d3. First you put a skewer by playing rook e8, and the queen is under attack now, and also a back rank threat on e1. So giving up the queen is a force move in this portion for white. So that's why bishop h3 was a better one. However, knight into e5 is not such a blunder, and also not a terrible mistake. It simply equalizes, it keeps the game equalized. So queen into e5, and now knight c6, attacking the queen, and after the move knight c6, black is giving away one of his pawns, and also throwing away his advantage to white. And now white is better in this position. So queen into d5 check, and king after the move king e8. Now here comes a terrible mistake by black, that is king e8, and now white has a simple winning position. And here comes some correct plays by white, that is bishop b5, bishop b6 attacking the queen, and bishop into c6 check, king f8. Obviously being the c6 is not available for black because after queen into c6 check, and now there is a double attack on the king and also on the rook. So after bishop into f6 check, king f8, queen c5 check, king g8, and obviously moving away the bishop with an attack on the queen. Queen g6 is forced to play, threatening the move that is queen c2, and then maybe later on queen d1 would be an option for black. So queen d4, c5, threatening the queen, queen e5, and now rook e8. And here comes the move that is the threat, That is bishop c4 check. A threat on the queen on e5. And after the move rook e8, here comes a terrible mistake by white. That is bishop e2. This is a clearly fatal. So in this position, I would like to request you find the best move and the best blow. Very beautiful combination by black. So congratulations to those who got the move, that is f3. Amazing move. Before black was actually winning. Just before giving away his advantage, so that is bishop f3, but still black has got another way to win, that is f3. So after the move f3, king f2 was actually played in the game, but first let's check out what happens after g into f3. Obviously g into f3, bishop h3 check is a threat, and now the queen on e5 is lost. And what happens after bishop into f3, and the same story after bishop c4 check, the queen on e5 is lost. So that's why capturing the f3 pawn is not available for white. So that's why king f2 and now f into e2. And after the move, that is f into e2, bishop e3 was played in the game, trying to develop his pieces, but no, there is no match for Charles' combination in this position. So here he defends the c5 pawn by playing d6 and h4. This again was far from being well played, but did not affect the ultimate result. And here comes the move, that is bishop d7. Now there is a discovered attack on the queen on e5. Queen d5 threatening the bishop, and here comes a great move, that is queen f6. Black is ignoring his the threat of queen into d7 and playing the move, that is queen into f6 check, because after that queen into f6 check, there is nothing such moves for white. So king into e2 was forced move, and after bishop g4 check, white resigned the game. Why? Because there are no other moves for the white king. So let's say like king e1, but after king e1, white is losing the bishop on e3 and also getting mated soon. So let's say like king d2, and here comes the move rook d8, and now there is a skewer on the queen on d5. So that's all for this video. Thank you, and also I hope so you like this game and also you learn from this game. Thank you, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon below the video. And also you can give me any kind of suggestion in the comment section below. Thank you and have a nice day.